All right, what up, though? Welcome back to Detroit Sports Report, baby. All right, I am the fake clap man. Let's go. All right, today we're going to talk about Jim Harbaugh and his decision to leave Michigan and coach the L.A Chargers. All right. So yeah, that's what it is. News has came down per Adam Schefter, and he reported that Jim Harbaugh is going to officially be the next coach for the Chargers. And honestly, I'm happy for him because Jim, he was in the NFL before, obviously, and he was with San Francisco. He went to a Super Bowl, played against his brother in the Baltimore Ravens, and they came up short in that game. In the game, a lot of people thought that San Francisco was going to win before the lights went out. Remember the lights went out, San Francisco was winning, then they came back on after a few minutes, like a 15, 20-minute delay or something like that, and Baltimore came back and won that game. So now he goes back to Michigan and has a very successful run with Michigan. He turned that program around and had them looking good. He beat Ohio State. That's, that's just almost as big as winning a national championship. So he turned the program around. He beat Ohio State. And finally this year, he gets a national championship. After a couple runs in the playoffs, he gets it done this year as Michigan beat Washington. So sidebar real quick, that's crazy now. The national championship game, Michigan versus Washington, and now both coaches are gone. You know what I'm saying? The Washington coach, he's in Alabama, and now Jim Harbaugh going to the Chargers. So, all right, now let's talk about what this means. Was it a good decision by him? Well, first of all, it's his decision, so it is what it is. But I think, honestly, this was a good decision because, number one, it's a good team. They have a good roster. They have some good defensive pieces. Derwin James, Bosa, Khalil Mack. Offensively, they got the running back. He can catch the ball out the backfield. He's really explosive. They have some good receivers. I think, to me, Keenan Allen, one of the most underrated receivers in this league. He's consistently putting up big numbers. And he has the hardest position to get in the NFL, a quarterback. And not just a quarterback. He has one of the best young quarterbacks out there. Now this guy, Justin Herbert, puts up good numbers. He hasn't had the success as far as like a playoff run, but that's what they've been missing is, look at Michigan's on my mind. That's what they've been missing was a big-time head coach. Jim Harbaugh is going to answer that for them. And truthfully, I believe he's going to be a really good coach for them. I think he's going to get that team into the playoffs and probably rather quickly just because you have that quarterback. So I think, next year, we might be sitting here next year talking about the Chargers and, can they make it to the NFC Championship game? So I'm excited for them. It sucks because that leaves a void in Michigan. Obviously, we know that Harbaugh was the guy. He was a Michigan guy. He got this program turned around. We love Jim, but that's the nature of this business. And he's sitting around at the dinner table. His brother, he can say, yeah, I got a national championship. But his brother can say, hey, I got a Super Bowl ring. So now little brother wants to go, big brother. No, he's a little brother. Now he wants to go back to the NFL and complete something that he couldn't get done before. And I think this was his best chance and opportunity to do that. So we'll see what happens. As far as Michigan goes, now, at this point, I believe the best option would to go with Sharon, the coach that came in while he was suspended for those 3 games, because he did good. They didn't fall off. They didn't look bad. They still look dominant when he was coaching, and they got those games won. I believe he beat Penn State a big win against Penn State when Harbaugh was suspended. So he showed that he can get a job, he can get it done. The guys rallied around him, and they went out there, performed, played hard, and they got the win. So three of them, and plus the one earlier in the season, I believe he took over coaching duties when he was suspended earlier at the beginning of the year. So I think it's a small sample size, but I think he showed that he's definitely in the conversation. And I know they'll probably interview him and all that. So, but we'll see. We'll see what Michigan does. We'll see if they bring some guys in. We'll get some further news to see if they're shopping around or if they're going to stay with the guy. All right, so yeah, we'll see what they end up doing. We'll see if they keep Sharon Moore. We'll see if they go in another direction. When that news hits, just tune back in to Detroit Sports Report. We'll have all that news for you. And don't forget, Sharon Moore also had that big win against Ohio State. Almost forgot about that one. So to me, I think that's going to be the guy. But we'll see what Michigan does. So tune in. We'll let you know what it is. Until then, peace and love. Make sure you tune in. And tomorrow we'll be talking about the Lions NFC Championship game. We'll break that game down. And I'm going to tell you why the Lions are going to beat San Francisco and go to the Super Bowl. Let's go.